Brookside was a time capsule of a town, stuck somewhere between faded American dreams and small-town stubbornness. Tucked along a sleepy highway, its roadside diners slung greasy burgers, its clapboard houses sported manicured lawns, and its people clung to traditions like life rafts. Everyone here looked the same, white, wiry, with the kind of smiles that hid judgment, and they liked it that way. Change wasn't welcome in Brookside, so when Jordan Carter rolled into town with his mom in a beat-up Toyota Corolla, the whispers started before the dust even settled. Jordan was 17, black, and built like he'd spent his life dodging trouble. Lean but solid, with close-cropped hair and eyes that saw through bullshit. His mom, Denise, had landed a nursing gig at the county hospital after years of bouncing between cities. Philly, Detroit, Atlanta, chasing stability. Brookside was supposed to be their fresh start, but Jordan knew better. He'd been the new kid before, the odd one out in towns just like this. The stares didn't faze him. The sneers didn't sting. He wasn't here to fit in. He was here to survive. Monday morning hit like a slap. Brookside High loomed ahead, a squat brick box with chipped paint and a football field out back that doubled as the town's altar. Jordan stepped through the double doors, his gray hoodie zipped tight, his backpack slung over one shoulder. The halls buzzed, kids gossiping, lockers slamming, but the air shifted when he walked in. Heads turned, eyes narrowed, whispers hissed like steam. He kept his head down, weaving through the crowd, but he felt it. The weight of being the only black face in a sea of sameness. The cafeteria was ground zero. Trays clattered, laughter ricocheted off cinder block walls, and the smell of burnt fries hung thick. Jordan grabbed a sandwich from the line and claimed a corner table, alone, his earbuds in, but silent, better to hear what was coming. Across the room, Logan Harrington held court. Blonde, broad, with a jaw carved from privilege, he lounged in his Letterman jacket like a king on a throne. His dad, Coach Harrington, ruled the football team and by extension the town, making Logan untouchable. His crew flanked him. Zach, the wiry brain with a venomous tongue. Cole, a slab of muscle with fists like sledgehammers. Mason, the rumor mill with a grin that cut. And Trent, the quiet shadow whose stare could freeze blood. They'd broken kids before. Tears, dropouts, hushed apologies. But Jordan was a question mark they couldn't read. Logan spotted him first, his blue eyes glinting with something dark. "Who's the new guy?" he muttered, loud enough to carry. Zach smirked, leaning back. "Lost city boy, looks like. Doesn't know his place yet." Logan stood, his crew rising like a tide. The cafeteria hushed as they cut through the crowd, a slow, deliberate march to Jordan's table. Logan slammed a hand down, rattling the tray. "Hey, city boy," he drawled, his voice a blade wrapped in syrup. "You lost or just stupid?" Jordan didn't flinch. He took a bite of his sandwich, chewing slow, eyes fixed on his plate. Logan's grin tightened. "I'm talking to you, asshole. You deaf?" Still nothing. Jordan swallowed, wiped his mouth with a napkin, and kept eating. Zach chuckled, low and mean. "Maybe you don't speak English. You know how they are." Mason leaned in, his breath sour with gum, or he's too scared to open his mouth. Jordan finally looked up, locking eyes with Logan. No fear, no anger, just a calm that burned colder than ice. The room held its breath. Then without a word, he stood, grabbed his tray, and walked away, brushing past Logan like he was a ghost. The silence shattered. Gasps, muffled laughs, a fork clattering to the floor. Logan's jaw clenched so hard his teeth creaked. He wasn't used to this. People begged, flinched, or fought. They didn't ignore him. "He thinks he's better than us," Mason hissed, voice dripping venom. Logan's eyes narrowed to slits. "We'll fix that." That night, Jordan slumped on the couch in their cramped rental, the TV flickering with some old cop show. Denise shuffled in, scrubs wrinkled from a 12-hour shift, her braids pulled into a messy bun. She eyed his silence, her mom radar pinging. "Rough first day?" she asked, dropping her keys on the counter. He shrugged, picking at a loose thread on his sleeve. "Same old crap, small town, big mouths." She sat beside him, her voice soft but steel-edged. "You know how this goes, Jordy. They'll test you. Always do." "Yeah," he muttered, "and I'll handle it. Like Dad taught me." Her face tightened at the mention of his father, Marcus Carter, ex-Marine, a man who drilled discipline and Krav Maga into Jordan before cancer took him 3 years back. "He'd say hit back harder," she said, squeezing his shoulder. "But you keep your head, hear me? We're not running again." Jordan nodded, but his mind was already ticking. Logan's crew wasn't done. He'd seen their kind before. Bullies who fed on fear. But fear wasn't in his playbook. Logan Harrington wasn't just a king, he was a dictator with a crumbling crown. Coach Harrington demanded a dynasty. State championships, college scouts, a legacy etched in Brookside lore. Logan couldn't deliver. Mediocre stats, a temper that benched him, a future slipping through his fingers. So he ruled the school instead, breaking kids to feel tall. Jordan's silence wasn't defiance. It was a middle finger to his throne, and Logan couldn't let it stand. It started small, a warm-up for the real game. Zach accidentally shoulder-checked Jordan in the hall, smirking as books hit the floor. Cole dumped a soda into his locker, the sticky mess soaking his gym clothes. Mason spun lies. He got kicked out of Philly for stabbing a kid. He's a gangbanger, and the rumors spread like gasoline, turning curious stares into hostile glares. Kids parted when Jordan passed, their whispers a low hum of fear and scorn. He didn't blink. He scooped up his books, scrubbed his locker, ate lunch alone. Logan watched from his table, fists balling tighter each day. He wanted a scream, a swing, anything to crack that calm. Jordan gave him jack shit. Tuesday, Logan upped the ante. Jordan was in the bathroom washing his hands when Trent slipped in, silent as a snake. He leaned against the door, blocking the exit, his dead eyes boring into Jordan. "You don't belong here," Trent said, voice flat. "Leave or we mate you." Jordan dried his hands, meeting Trent's stare in the mirror. "Move," he said, his first words to them, low and steady. Trent didn't budge. Jordan stepped forward, inches away, and Trent flinched, just a flicker, but enough. He slid aside, and Jordan walked out, leaving the threat hanging like smoke. By Friday, Logan was unraveling. Coach had ripped into him after practice. "You're a disgrace to my name," and the sting fueled his rage. He needed a win, and Jordan was his punching bag. That night, he rallied his crew behind the bleachers, their breath fogging in the crisp November air. "We end this," Logan snarled, cracking his knuckles. "He's done playing tough." Jordan left the library at 8 p.m., the sky a bruised purple, the town quiet except for the hum of crickets. He cut past the football field, his sneakers crunching gravel, when the air shifted, too still, too heavy. Footsteps echoed behind him. He didn't turn. He knew. Logan stepped out first, blocking the path, his crew fanning out like a net. "Got a real attitude, don't you, city boy?" He spat, stepping closer. "Think you're hot shit 'cause you're black and bad?" Jordan stopped, hands loose at his sides, his pulse steady. Zach smirked, twirling a vape pen. "Time for a chat, newbie." Cole loomed, fists flexing. "Or it gets messy." Mason grinned, phone out, recording. "Smile for TikTok, freak." Jordan tilted his head, scanning them. 5-on-1, no backup, no witnesses. Logan expected panic, a plea, a wild punch. Instead, Jordan smiled, a small, razor-sharp curve that froze the air. "You sure about this?" he asked, voice calm as death. Logan laughed, but it cracked. "Get him!" Cole charged, a haymaker swinging. Jordan moved fast, fluid like water through cracks. He ducked, grabbed Cole's wrist and twisted, flipping him face first into the dirt with a wet thud. Cole gasped, clawing mud. Mason lunged, arm flailing. Jordan sidestepped, locked his elbow, and yanked it back till he yelped, dropping the phone. Zach rushed in, vape flying. Jordan's knee met his gut, folding him like paper. Trent hesitated, his shadow still, but Logan roared, tackling Jordan. They hit the ground hard, gravel biting Jordan's back. Logan reared back, fist cocked. Jordan rolled, hooked Logan's ankle, and flipped him into the mud. He sprang up, dusting his jacket, while Logan scrambled, red-faced and panting. "Who the hell are you?" Logan choked, fury and fear tangling in his eyes. Jordan crouched, picking up Mason's phone, still recording. He aimed it at Logan, mud-streaked and broken. "Someone you should have left alone." He tossed the phone into the grass and walked off, the night swallowing him whole. Logan's crew lay scattered. Cole wheezing, Mason cradling his arm, Zach doubled over, Trent staring like he'd seen a ghost. Saturday morning, Brookside High detonated. Mason's video, shaky, raw, 47 seconds of Jordan dismantling Logan's empire, hit TikTok at 2 a.m., uploaded by a sophomore who'd swiped it from the scene. By breakfast, it had 50,000 views. Brookside bust trending locally. Comments exploded. "Who's this dude? Logan got wrecked. King's down." Jordan didn't check his phone. He sat at the kitchen table, eating cereal, when Denise burst in, eyes wide. "Jordy, you're viral." "What the hell happened?" He shrugged, spoon clinking. "They jumped me. I handled it." She grabbed his chin, checking for bruises. "Handled it? You're a damn ninja. Where'd you—" She stopped, her face softening. "Your dad's moves, huh?" "Yeah," he said, voice low. He said, "Hit back harder." She sighed, pulling him into a hug. "You're trouble, kid, but I'm proud." Monday was chaos. The halls buzzed, kids replaying the video, whispering Jordan's name. Logan strutted in, jaw tight, but the vibe had shifted. No one flinched at his glare. A freshman bumped him and didn't apologize. Zach tried barking orders. Nobody listened. The fear was gone, replaced by smirks and side-eyes. In English class, a girl named Riley, short, freckled, usually invisible, slid Jordan a note. "Thanks for shutting them up." He nodded, pocketing it. At lunch, a jock, Ethan, ex-minion of Logan, sat across from him. "Dude, you're a legend. Logan's done." Jordan chewed his apple, silent. He didn't want a crown. He wanted peace. Logan wasn't finished, though. Wednesday night, Jordan was shooting hoops alone at the park when a truck roared up. Logan, solo, a crowbar in hand. "You think you're untouchable?" he snarled, swinging wild. Jordan dodged, the bar clipping his sleeve. "Back off, man. It's over." "It's over when I say it is." Logan lunged again. Jordan caught his wrist, twisted, and slammed him against the truck, the crowbar clattering free. "Stay down," Jordan said, stepping back. "Or next time I don't stop." Logan slumped, chest heaving, defeat sinking in. Jordan walked away, the night still. Thursday, the video hit 1 million views. Coach Harrington hauled Logan into his office. Rumors said he screamed till he was hoarse, then benched him indefinitely. The team ditched him, and the town whispered about the new kid who broke the prince. Logan Harrington fell hard. No expulsion. Coach's pull kept him in school. But his kingdom was ash. The team iced him out, his crew fractured. Trent ghosted, Zach groveled, Cole and Mason licked wounds. Hap Brookside bust hit 3 million views, national news picking it up. Small-town bully humbled by mystery teen. Logan's swagger died, replaced by a slouch and a glare no one cared about. Jordan didn't revel in it. He walked the halls, hoodie up, earbuds in, but the air was different, lighter. Kids nodded at him, some grinning, others awestruck. Riley started a group chat, Outsiders. For kids sick of bullies sharing stories Logan's reign had buried. Ethan joined, then a dozen more. They didn't crown Jordan, they just watched him, like he'd lit a match they'd carry. Friday, Principal Evans called him in. "That video's a mess, Carter," she said, glasses low. "But I've got 10 kids saying Logan terrorized them for years. You started something. Keep it clean. Got it?" "Yes, ma'am," he said, voice steady. She smirked, waving him out. That night, Denise dropped a dented dog tag on the table, Marcus's from his Marine days. "Found this in storage," she said, eyes soft. "He'd be proud, Jordy. You're not just surviving, you're changing shit." Jordan traced the engraving Carter M. and nodded. "Not running anymore." Saturday, the Outsiders threw a meetup at the park. 20 kids, no adults, just pizza and a Bluetooth speaker. Riley handed Jordan a sketch, him flipping Logan, captioned "The Unstoppable." He smirked, tucking it away. Ethan clapped his shoulder. "You're not king, man. You're better." Jordan didn't speak. He didn't need to. Brookside High had new rules, not his, but theirs. Bullies weren't invincible, and outsiders weren't prey. The town would never be the same, and neither would he.